Hello, I'm live for the hour. I'm live for the hour. I'm going to be doing some readings for who would like. I'm trying to do this actually live in two places at once. I'm on YouTube and on Facebook right now. So we'll see how this goes. But what I do for, and I try and do this like twice a month, right? Usually Tuesdays, usually middle of the day here. Get on for an hour. What I'm going to do is read, use tarot cards. That's what I'm used to doing. Okay, read with tarot cards, and people just put in their questions in the comments there. And I just go through and read one by one by one by one. For the first, 10 minutes, that's when I'm open for general questions. People like, just give me a card, just tell me something. And that's fine. For the rest of the time, I'm asking for specific questions, right? And specific questions are important because it focuses the mind. The more focused the question, the more focused the answer. Simple as that, right? Simple as that. I've been doing this for about 5 years. I've been reading for people for forever, but doing it live on Facebook for about 5 years. Getting on here twice a month, kind of is my sweet spot, as it were. And because if you've got like the odd question on your mind, like that's what, how does that look? What if I go and do that? What if I apply for that? And it's taking up a lot of space. I can read on it, see how it looks. Usually, what I find a reading's going to do is confirm what someone already knows, and that's not a cop out. It's just a testament to we are attuned and connected to the same thing. Like it's a reasonably it's actually probably a good thing when a reader confirms what you're already feeling. Okay, positively or negatively, if you get my drift. So a couple of things to say before I get going. I always just like to just chat for a bit, just to give people a chance to get on here. First thing I want to say is I'm taking a group with my friend Matria to Ireland in late April, and it is a body of work. I'll say this on other lives in the future, but it's a body of work to bring through a certain frequency to humanity, and we're going to Ireland to connect with it there. And I'm really sharing this to say thank you so much for those of you who are coming. The trip we're now kind of closing it where it is. It's like 22 of us going. That's going to be in late April. We're going to take lots of photos and pictures and so on, and it's great. The last time I went to Ireland was, my God, getting on for 10 years ago. It was a really difficult time of life, actually, and really everything picked up after I landed there. Funny, I remember that touching down in Dublin, and just suddenly, oh, I feel better. I don't know why, but I feel better. So anyway, that's late April. It's going to be starting its own body of work about, we're calling it the beacons, the beacon frequency, and good thing to do. What was the other thing I was going to say? So the other thing it's about emotional regulation. And as the weeks and months go by, you're going to just hear a lot of people talking about emotional regulation. It's important. It's important. It's these days, it's just so easy to get offended, to offend people to get upset, right? So easy. What it's all leading to is nothing new. It's that we have to take care of our own state of being and our own emotional regulation because other people are not doing that. You get on the internet, you get on here, people talking about quick fixes and so on. It's not the quick fixes don't work. It's just that if you're living at threshold, it's a quick fix is only going to take you a bit beyond that. There's something to be said for coping, but it's not a long-term strategy. So I really want to encourage you to be getting up earlier. Now, some of you are morning people, some of you are not morning people. Here's the thing. Morning routine's going to vary. It should vary. There isn't a static set version of it, right? But what I'd say is if you get up a little earlier, you can choose your day before your day chooses you. and a lot of things are going to choose you over itself. So to be able to choose the state of being that you walk into the day with is tremendously important. As someone once said, it's not going to guarantee that you show up the very best version of yourself the whole day, but it is going to guarantee you don't show up the worst version, right? So to have some say over the state of being that you walk into the day with and emotionally regulate yourself to the best that you can, it really matters. You're going to hear a lot of people talking about it, all right? All right, so where do we go? I'm going to get some music on. You know the gist. Let's go. Let's go. Right, so, whoop. It's got Diana. Good morning, everyone. Good afternoon, really. Good. So, Diana. Oh, my eyesight. I'm getting old. Getting old, dear. Good morning. What strategies can I use this year to stay focused and succeed in balancing my BSN prerequisite while preparing for nursing school? Beautiful. Wow. A lot going on there for you. Strategies. Stay focused, succeed in balancing it as a prerequisite. Okay. If I haven't said this for a while, probably one of the reasons I read is I don't want to give her an answer from my head and my knowledge, right? I want to give her an answer from now and what she needs and what works for her for right now, because she is a different person this week that she will be next week. So as will we all. Right. So, Diana, where are we? You know, if you catch the recording of this, we're a bit under 10 minutes in, right? So this is probably worth be listened to again. Number one, for the first thing, movement, just movement, right? What I was just saying about emotional regulation there, a lot of it is about movement because we get it, energy gets caught and stuck, slows down, then we slow down, then it slows down more, then we slow down more. So think about movement, right? I'm in my house here. Sometimes I will just walk in a circle around the house just for the sake of there being movement. Okay. The second thing, balance. Don't let the idea of balance be a just stay in the cognitive realm, right? If you think about what balance is, we're actually never in balance. If you think about trying to balance on one leg or something like that, your focus is either going to be on leaning this way or leaning this way, and you'll be coming into balance or out of balance. And that's the art of it. It's not a static thing. Okay, so I do believe that you know in any given time, okay, right, so right now I need to rest a bit more. Okay, fine, I don't need to rest, I need exercise. Okay, I don't need to exercise, I need company. Okay, I don't need company, I need peace and quiet. Okay, I don't need peace and quiet. I need to watch an episode of Outlander. And so on. There's going to be the particular action that helps you for the there's going to be the particular action that helps you for the state of being you want to get into. The last thing I'm going to say to you, Diana, is all right. I'll just say the vanilla thing, and then I want to qualify it. Okay, so it's about tapping into joy, right? It's about tapping into joy. It's easy to say that. Well, you tap into joy. Blah, blah, blah. No, it's what's going to light you up a bit. It's going to light you up a bit. Okay. Sometimes we just need that. We just need to be in that that curiosity, that innocence, that wonder. That freshens us up a bit, makes us a bit more receptive to. No, receptive isn't the word. It is the word. It is the word, but there's a better word. That just gives us that bit more oomph because you're studying and you've got the other stuff going on. You need to have access to energy in yourself to do that. So I've said quite a lot there, but let's just keep it at movement. Number one, movement for you. Number two, the awareness of what getting into balance is in the moment. It's always going to be different. Number three is the freshness of innocence. Okay. All right, Emily. Planning to move this year when your lease is up at your apartment complex. I'm starting to tour other. Oops, I lost it. Natasha, you're next, by the way. Planning to move this year when your apartment is up at your apartment complex. I'm starting to tour other apartment complexes. Got you. Will you find something that fits for you and Winston and find a good deal? Any insert? I set up 5 tours in the next 2 weeks. Good stuff. Good stuff. Yeah, one of those 5 is going to work. I'll say 2 things, Emily. One of the 5 you've got there is going to work, and if you're not sort of enthused by one of them, there will be something else. So go in relaxed to it, right? This place here, this was the first one I looked at. And I think I knew actually when I came in here, but I wanted to see the others, So this isn't going to be a hard one. This isn't going to be a hard one. Let me prove this to you. 10 of Pentacles here, and look, we've even got a dog in the background there. Okay, and Natasha. Wanting to know if we should put money into fixing Kaya's car to keep it and drive it, or we should sell it. Okay. Gosh, actually, both look good. Both look good. This isn't a. This doesn't look like a have to right now. I kind of prefer putting money into the car and driving it, but I got to say I'm looking at 2 pretty good reasons here. Pretty good readings here. I think if it was me, I'd fix up the car a little bit rather than going through a whole new. I almost got a new car the day before leaving Kansas City. So close, and I could have done, but it wasn't necessary, wasn't it? So that's what I got for you there, Natasha. Okay. This is for Denise Hyams. And Valerie, you're next. And Sylvie, you're after that. Okay. Putting it, okay, Denise. Putting in an application for duplex is it the right place for you to stay a while? Oh, getting my drink. Yeah, I get a good read on that. It's good for you. Yes. No question there. No questions yet. Absolutely. Yeah. Hooray. I did. I think it was when I read. This was the last time I did this 2 weeks ago, and there were just some bombs to drop on people, and it's oh god. So I'm happy for happy news. Yeah. Valerie, any messages for you on a business this year? I guess you mean on starting a business. Right. Okay. I'm really glad I looked at this, Valerie. I looked at this year. I looked at next year. It's not so much about the business. It's more about you and where you are with yourself. Because what I'm seeing is there's a learning curve to setting up any business, and it's an uphill walk certainly for the first period of time. And I'm getting that that's just what it's going to be for you. Um, Given that that's the case, I like it a bit more this year. This year, the there's it's a little easier to get the support through people. I would say next year a little next hear me out. Next year, working through some stuff, easier to get the support through of finance. I just see the process as being a bit easier this year. Um, if you're going to do this, make it a journey of several months, right? And I talk to people about business sometimes, and you can feel they want to happen in a week or 2 weeks, and it's like, well, what of long term benefit happens in a week and stays that way, right? You want to know what you're doing. You want to know the people you're doing it with, know the people that you're supporting and serving, and be able to sustain that. And another thing I like about you starting this year is you go into next. Even if you don't this year, you go into next year with a bit more oomph and experience. So I would say this year. And someone said to me yesterday. Someone said to me yesterday, nothing is given. Someone said to me yesterday, nothing is given. Everything is co-creation. And that is to say, between us on the physical and let's say us and all the support we have on the spiritual, where it all comes from, it's a continual discussion. It's a continual discussion, and we don't have to do anything. There's possibility, probability, potential. We don't have to do anything, and even the way that we do what we do, there's multiple ways to do it, and multiple times that it can happen. Yeah. Sylvie. Right. I'm seeing a bit of interruption with whatever's going on, with with the legal stuff, as you call it. I'm seeing a bit of a lack of focus around it, and um, the reactivity. That's the word. So you've asked quite an open question there, and I can't have a discussion with you. Um, so what do you do? What do you do? Right? Because I've just sort of said I've said a lot. I've said a lot without saying a lot. Okay, you said legal stuff, so I'm just going to assume you have representation. If it was me, I would be asking more questions. Sometimes we've got the tax person working for us, we've got the legal person working for us, and we assume they're getting on with it, right? And that may or may not be the case, but I'm not seeing things yet going as you would want them to be. Therefore, time for you to put a bit more. I'm not saying bees in bonnets, but find out what's going on, steer things more the right way if that's the case. But right now, I'm not seeing things going as you would like them to go. Amy, he said, are you on the right track to healing, removing the physical, mental pain you carry? So, Amy, yes, you are. That's not enough of an answer for you, though. I stand by my yes. I've got two things I sort of need to nudge you about, though. I don't feel you're moving as fast as you can move. Yes, you're on your path, but the path isn't a static thing. We can trip over on the path. We can do all sorts of things. I feel you could be moving faster, and I think you want to move faster too. And there's an element of this that you can't do with other people. Sometimes we can get stuck and by going through or rehashing with other people, and that can keep us in place. Okay. I'm not saying always does, but I feel you can be moving faster and I feel you want to. The other thing is you say physical and mental healing. I'm not hearing the word emotional healing. And in your request, I am seeing it as the underpinning of it. And so, I'm just nudging, I'm not pushing. And if you can start to take a look at that area as well, I feel this is all going to speed up some in a good way, because you can be on your path. But how fast do you want to move on your path too? Hello, Amy Shaw. Mm-hmm. Okay, Catherine Johnson, and then Sherry after you. Catherine, will this year be lucky for you? Okay. Okay, I'm going to answer the question that you've asked, and then I've got my own perspectives, but okay. I understand what you're asking, Catherine. My answer is no. And I want to qualify it so that we can make it a yes. When we use words like luck, if you've been listening for 10 minutes or so, I was just talking about co-creation. Things don't just happen, we're in co-creation. And so if you can be lucky, then you can be unlucky. And both of those, I would say, are disempowered states. And the thing is, Amy just asked the question. She's asking questions about types of healing. And so when the possibility to heal something comes up, it comes up because it's coming from out and within. And then we can choose, am I going to address this or am I going to push it back? Both the choices. There is an opportunity for, as it were, healing coming up, and it's going to come up through people around you. I don't love how this is looking on the short term, but I do like how it's looking for your own greater soul's freedom. I do like that. And so if we're looking at this like luck, or good luck or bad luck, well, it doesn't work either way, because, well, if that just randomly happened and I liked it, then that just randomly happened. I didn't like it. Where am I within this? And so I'd almost like to see you turn this completely around and say, I make my own luck. I make my own luck. If something happens and I don't like it, it's an opportunity for X. If something happens and I do like it, it's an opportunity for Y. But we're taking the personality out of this, taking you into a stronger person. And I'm gonna leave it there, because yes, I'm gonna go on. I'm gonna leave it there. That's sort of really what I think is responsible for me to say. Sherry, you're asking, will you get your crystals into a small shop? Yeah, I do see that. I do see that. Oh, Sherry, and also please do send me. Please do send me some pictures of what you're doing. I'd love to see it. I'm always interested in what people are doing with crystals. But yeah, I do. I absolutely see that happening, and it looks great. Looks great. It's great. Hmm. Karina. Um, get this right. Karina, you're having a dire situation with your daughter right now. I'm sorry to hear that. Where do you think? Where do I think she will find a place to live? How will this situation unfold? It is current. Will the boyfriend help, or father, or other people? Just trying to get a bit of a picture on the situation. Okay, that's a little more than I can do in this environment here. Given I can't talk back to you and I only have like a minute or so here, but let's see what we get. I think what can we really look at? How is it going to unfold? Will the boyfriend help? Okay, let's just see how it's currently looking. All right. I am actually quite happy with how I see this playing out. I'm not happy that it's happened. I've used this word healing a couple of times today already. I'm going to show you the foundation of this card, of this reading, not the outcome, the foundation, the start, which is this card, right? And this card speaks to just the crappiness, kind of that's the last of it. All right, that's the last. We got the worst of it out the way, which means we're starting to look up from here. And so I see this working out. I haven't not getting a sense of where anyone's living yet, but I do see people coming around her. I do see family in the happier sense around her. You get a good feeling about the boyfriend father, actually in the fullness of time, and don't underestimate just how much of a support you are to her. I know you're going to be like, "Well, I'm a mother, of course I am," but it's we can be parents and we can be parents too, and our and you know your children are older than mine, obviously, but that our children can feel safe and accepted around us no matter what they've done, right? That's the long game we're playing there. Diane. Okay. Diane. So you feel you should be helping your older children as family with money, as family with money. This is going through challenges, but is this good for them? Let me just try and make sure I understand what you're saying there. Sorry, it just went. I feel I should be helping my older grandchildren. There's a couple of words I'm not sure what you mean. I'm just gonna. Okay, you feel you should be helping them, but is that a good thing for them? I'm doing my best here. The question's a little unclear, but Okay. You won't be doing them a disservice by helping them with money, right? It's not going to make things, it's not going to be bad if you do that. Just to be clear. I would lead you towards holding off just for a bit. I'm not trying to be unkind, not trying to be cruel. No, none of that. But just holding off for a little bit, because I think that's why you asked. I think that when we get pushed in a corner, we galvanize. We become stronger. We find a part of ourselves. And sometimes we need to get to that point. Okay, and so just keep an eye on that, because with family, myself included, we're not in this position where we can be like the teacher or the wise one. We're family. So if someone's in a really awful spot, well, we help them out because they're family. But I'm just saying, I feel they need to find, whoever it is you're talking about, one person or a couple people, need to get to a part of themselves, especially with men. Especially with men, that's how we go from boys to manhood, by realizing no one's coming to help us. Okay, it doesn't mean we don't receive support when it's there, but I would say just hold off a little bit. Just hold off a little bit, because this is how we find our path, our way, our purpose, and so on. Yeah. Okay. Cool. All right. I don't see any more questions. So if you're still with me, take a breath with me. Everyone, let's just take a short breath. I was talking about emotional regulation earlier on. We find that we're in a better place to help other people. And so I always like to finish these by just taking a breath. I do trust and believe that when we take a breath for other people, we're taking a breath for people who don't have the presence of mind to do it themselves in the moment. If you're in the United States watching this right now, yesterday, half the country very happy. Yesterday, half the country not very happy. Okay, a lot still getting moved and swirled around because of that. What will be, will be. We take a breath. We say thank you for our health. Thank you for what we have. Thank you for what we are and what we're going to be. We say thank you. All right. So have a wonderful week, everyone. I'm going to be doing the sound healing on here on Saturday morning my time. If you want to tune in for that, it will be recorded. It will go on YouTube. And otherwise, it's going to have a wonderful day, wonderful week. God bless. See you soon.